Uno party. Simple. Like it's September 5, so 5th, so the first Friday of September 2025, man.
David, Mr. Lynch, time is nothing, Mr. Lynch. Can you hear me from here? Because, and if they can play it, it's a Friday, once a day. 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 Neighbors, they yes, it seems today it seems once again very totally clear and secure. No, it's really it's that level it is one for the final theater. It means this really this is yes, but this is a cigarette for the as in fact this is a cigarette for the summer period, so several 4 years ago. La stagione di 18 anni, 4 years ago. Cigarette is about 4 years and similar season in pratically. Also going to reposes to the autumn, also for the autumn only 4 years with the reports. Perhaps non think of it. Sono more opzioni su positivi, ma ci trovi sempre in esempio. Terzo soggetto in tanto non proposa. Washed to show the choice, it's better than that. Not for me, I didn't assume that you are Bishop also for the autumn, the winter specific for the autumn, so it's just for the winter adjective, color for the spring month, second adjective, also that's for the season of the beard. As I got in me, it is a wolf's nothing with anything, so they could be, but it's from later. So this is a meeting of the Jays and it's music. Sometimes it's for words of 3 years ago. I mean the sentence absolutely incomplete. Because in this case it's the contrary. Absolutely incomplete. Positive sense or absolutely complete. In fact it's something. This sort of belief as you were in the end part. But I'm practically it's just for going to it's the end of the exam. Also the exam was fun. In general meeting it is but thanks to the last change of this the gaze and temperature days ago now we are it's really pleasant, especially when we are in midnight. In general weather so it's not that thought of many work or days ago and in general meeting is like it's not as you do the anni because tu sei facoltà di uscire durante l'esame particolarmente un foro in 42 anni particolarmente un foro in 42 anni and if actually three studies on the university of June since the days as I remember it was really in fact only that is for me also for people the biggest thing of this is objective effect. However, in general for me also that I get this is change, the last change should be last is a release temperature on the last is still good to scale. Those are just in general I say for sure it will be it's really good artistism so can be some of it's a Friday once again, it's a for a Friday. It's a Friday once again, it's a for a very It's a Friday once again. Imagine Christopher Friday. Lasciala bene di sé. Lasciala bene di sé. Fantastic Electric, Red, Black, and also White Razor Latif. The model was universal. This is the fifth razor. The important. Yes, I'm sure you eat more than 2 months, perhaps 3 months. I know exactly. I also second to this thing, like the effect of noise. I also second to this thing, but however, this should be a time at every time. Check a better situation. See, most 3 months I'm using, I think I'm using this, the previous, respectively, the white, fourth, the white, crashed. Quando si può just think most months ago. Yes, this is the office is good because it's the new. And for any producer who don't know, I see that my band list is 30 minutes. And generally, this cover all the bears, even if into different rounds, but the important is that it covers the operation. Yes, it is really good as a different model, repeat once again. So also synchronized red, black and also white as a different model in comparison with the previous. This is the fifth illustrated report in general, this is the fourth channel. The Nikolaj Stavrogin sul report di licenza è stata consultata per attaccare la sorta di PGA. Perché non è che buona chance, si può termini music sono molto penso possibile, posso dire ci per i sempre in pratica in 12 minutes I think that probably what's a different to this is pratica it's repeat at the moment it is 145 and 28 Celsius ci vedi today yeah
Benif, it's Lynch shooter, these, and so it's not completely visible. The fact also the fact that this house is still some energy balances of it. It's in my habit, it's an ambito from effect. Seeing the song as well as few months, the song man tu sole, fuck. Napolitan song man tu sole, fuck. Tu sole, keep me, solo mi sta in fronte a te, in fronte a me, sta in fronte a te. Let's try also, this thing is just not too evil. It's a piano, a paralysis. Adesso sono riuscito a scegliere, via, sono scritto, not to go to really so blind, ragazzi, si scende, sono della crisi, sono si vede si possono tutti i visita e si vede tanti anni più c'è fare su un sicuro trattato ridivendono ricontun fra le demme furada i towers and no 7 hours and 35 minutes more or less in comparison with the office capite che scelto quella so from the dico quindi non c'è so quindi non c'è senza non tutte le tu pratically it's more than 2 years and 9 months since last was on 9 months factory senza spettacolare sono expecting growth for factory sicuramente di sono 2 years and 9 months and also praticamente sono completely visible the fact that is very much in general so for me always better video fact for me it's intention it's consequential cresciuto dei quadri si pionieri nemmeno ma tu sono dove aspetta il viso non inizia a dire pazzi non si piange e va da lì perché infatti PG tanto ti fa il polso di questo non si piange lasciate va, questo mondo piccolo sto facendo di forza essere un getting together, sono bello come si sono mai servo, sono scherzo, infatti, io poi non lo metto, breakfast, lei cioè, sono adesso, no, sì, se la letta come si letta, ogni volta si fa riflettere la legge, se non è che ti posso riflettere questa fantasia si vede, questo si vede, si intende appartamenti tu finché te la ci vedo ripete ma tu lei forse si vede detto sono cose ti sei slide l'inizio vedeva forti tratta io per te si scese non mi sente insieme a me posso lei porta posso andare dai sì ecco sono senza non so se riesce a fare questo non riesce come sul blu per pensiero che tu non avessi fatto questa candidata sono 500 cose fate un stile non so se questo in particolare tu devi essere un serio questa cosa fatta in questo shots tu ne vedi niente con film tu sai su questo che sono dati una certa frequenza di sei riuscite fisietta e venif senza follow me cioè I think not boring there is in the last 6 months I think is also going to think of factories what significa da uscire benissimo 6 months the next week finishing now since few days we broke it once again so I patted it once again so there is once again so we could make it e quindi se sono di vecchio breakfast non siamo spina in particolare secondo me non farà lo stesso con grazie adesso mi sta facendo cosa dice magari mi sta lettando today voglio questo video cosa tra le seguenti posizioni mamma grazie cosa ma truly recommendare amigos e era really super bravo adesso magari si può fare un treno perché non ti trovo le bene ragazzi ripeti le sue grandi sciame nel senso se non si manda che si